Hello everyone, Overquake here playing Farming Simulator 2013, and today we are continuing where we left off. I did a couple of passes here off screen, but we're pretty much where we left off. We're harvesting barley on field number 2. One of our newest fields that we were able to pick up at auction. And we are kind of correcting our planting error we made last time to where we planted 3 different kinds of crops throughout all of our fields, so it's kind of going to be a little bit extra of a pain this time because we've got to run back every time we finish a crop type. There's going to have to be some switching around, some unloading of all the trailers. We're going to have to switch the head on the combine once we finish up these 2 fields. Yeah, well, we kind of learned our lesson there, and that was kind of the point of the last episode, was learning that lesson so that we hopefully don't do that anymore. So here we're pretty much full up. Yeah. So we're full up on this tipper, so we'll go ahead and take that back. You can see that our wheat from the first field we harvested last episode, we've just dumped it into our little temporary silos, our storage at our farm. And that's what we're going to do with this barley and the corn that we're going to harvest a little later. We're going to do the same thing because I kind of want to put everything just into the farm and then go ahead later and sell it all and see how much we made. Remember, our goal is the 1.2 million we need to be able to buy our wind turbine. So that's our next goal. Let's go see how much. 46,000. So we're going to end up having. We should end up having a lot of corn and a lot of barley, but only a little bit of wheat is what will end up here. Oh, and I forgot we're at sunset at this point. That's kind of where we left off. So we're going to take this back home. It's not very convenient, but the way I figure it, with those 2 fields, field number 2 and field number 5 being auctioned away, and us being able to get them for like half price, it's it was really too good a deal to pass up. There's our corn that's finished. And that'll be... We'll come back to do that soon. So we picked up field 2 and 5 at an auction, right? Even though they're kind of inconvenient. But my plan was to finish 2 and then 5 and then 10 and kind of be working our way back towards the base. Or back towards our farm. I was thinking that's a good way to kind of maximize our time, is to kind of, every time we go out with the tipper, we have to go less distance, kind of work our way in. Should be a decent plan. Here we are back at the home farm. It's going to start getting dark, so we might as well turn our lights on. And here we can drop off our almost 47,000. Their barley storage is starting to fill up. Once the wind turbine is in place, I was kind of thinking about getting into potatoes or sugar beets. I was kind of thinking that's something that we haven't really experimented with at all. Maybe something kind of neat to play around with. Looks like there's a couple little quirks about planting and harvesting those 2 crops. They look just slightly different, just like corn was slightly different. So, and corn hasn't really given us too many problems. It's kind of been nice. And eventually we're going to start turning some of that corn into silage. We just haven't started that process yet. So, and I've talked about that on previous episodes. So that's where we're at now, to where we're just growing and selling corn just like it is, just harvesting Need to get into how to make that into silage. I'm not even sure how that all works, but it looks like it shouldn't be too big a deal. I think there's just like different types of headers that just cut it. I don't know, in kind of a more like a forging wagon with a mower on front. It almost seems like. So if it ends up being that simple, then that's not too bad. We can figure that out. And we don't really have to worry about any of that yet, because right now we've got a bigger goal in mind, and we'll get to that kind of stuff later. Now, by the time I run all the way up there and to the farm and back, our combine always gets full, so we can't really harvest full time, not when we're this far away, which is kind of a shame. I suppose I could be just taking it. I wonder. Let's check our prices and see. We want to sell corn. Where's the best place to sell it at? The diner, the restaurant. Yeah, see, there's. The best one is at the warehouse. Okay, so. Alright, so that's not actually bad because the warehouse is up here. So. We could just be running these directly to the warehouse and coming back. It's actually a shorter trip, but I don't really want to be doing that right now. I kind of want to stockpile this stuff. There's no real incentive to sell it right now. I'd rather stockpile it until there's a great demand where we can get the best prices we can. We're also planting, what is it? Canola. We're planting canola everywhere right now. So that's going to be our next harvest. As we finish these fields up, I've got our cultivator seeders going, and everything's going canola next time. All the fields. How many fields do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all 5 fields will go canola for next time. And I kind of want to keep the crop rotation like that for simplicity. You almost have to like pick a crop type and do it, sow it everywhere, and so then you can come back later and harvest it all, and kind of rotate through your different crops. Seems like the best plan. So you plant wheat on all of your fields, then you plant barley on all your fields, etc., etc. Waiting until you've got a great demand. Once you've got that great demand, you should have a lot of whatever it is that goes on the great demand, and you can sell for good prices. That seems to be a plan. I have been making Farming Simulator 2013 videos twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that's working out pretty well. This is a Thursday episode, so what I'm thinking about doing is actually before our next episode, which should be due out on Tuesday, I'm probably going to finish up this entire harvest, and on Tuesday sell everything that we got from the harvest. I know if we get lucky, we might be able to get a great demand, but in all reality, we're probably going to end up just selling everything that we've got and turning that into some more money towards our wind turbine. That's probably the plan. So since today there's not a lot going on other than continuing this harvest, I'm probably going to keep this a short video and show you kind of the end result of this harvest on the next one. That's probably going to be the plan. I know I'm going to head up here. Safety first, get our beacon on. The sheep are nearly out of, well, they're not out of food, but what I like to do is I like to have extra grass for them to munch on here in this, in our mower. What's this thing called? Land hopper or something? Profit hopper. Right. I knew it was something hopper. So I definitely need to stock back up on this. Last time we were over in this area, we dumped all the grass we had in this, so I kind of want to fill it back up. So I'm probably going to do this in 2 stages. Usually when I'm doing things, little side projects like this, while we're in the middle of a harvest, I will kind of split things up. So here, I'll show you what I mean. Like there, I filled that up halfway, and then I've switched back to my tipper. Put the lights and the beacon back on. Then we head back over here to unload our combine, because the one thing I don't like to do is get sidetracked on some little project like feeding the sheep and get the combine full to where it's not moving anymore. Because I think, and I might be wrong on this, but my understanding is when you've got a hired worker like we do now for our combine, you know, the worker's driving it, right? When we have that running, I think that if it fills up and it's just sitting on the field waiting to be unloaded, that the worker continues to charge us for labor expenses. And so I definitely don't want to be paying a guy to be sitting in a combine just hanging out on a field waiting for us to come by and empty him out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down. The smaller combines never did that to me where they tried to crash into me. But the big one, safety first, lights on, okay. So now we can go ahead and finish this up. Should be about time to turn around, do another pass with the mower. I'm not really sure if the sheep were a good investment or not. That's something I've really considered. Now here's my thought process. So the sheep were very inexpensive to get quite a few of them early on. So that was nice. However, it seems like they don't make very much profit from us, however, or for us. But on the other hand, they're very low maintenance. I mean, a little bit of grass cutting here, that'll last them 7 days, I don't know, several days. Also, when they do complete their wool, it's really easy to just push it over to the side, and then I bring a front loader around when there's a big stack of them. Like probably when there's one more, well, that's probably worth bringing the front loader from the cow pen area up here to help get rid of all those and sell all those. There's the forks for that front loader. And it comes over here. Alright, that's done. There's something I wanted to get done this episode. Kind of little maintenance item with the sheep. And this guy's almost full again, 71%, so we're going to have to unload before this is completed. So this will also be our first harvest for Field 5, which we just recently bought on auction. And so that one's going to be kind of nice. It'll be our first profit from that field. Oh, that was almost full. The combine was almost full, so we just made that time. Good. Wonder if this will fill us all the way up, or it should be close anyway. Into the 90% something. We can do another run back. So it should only be like 3 trips for this field. good and bad. It's alright. And there we're full. Let's switch to the cab view. Make sure our lights are on, our beacons are on. Safety first. Got those beacons on? Oh yeah, beacons on. Take this back, another full load. And we're pretty much gonna repeat the process. We've got to finish that up, then go down here to field 5, go ahead and harvest that barley, and then hit up these 2 cornfields, which will involve switching the headers, but that's okay. And so that's pretty much it. I haven't got a lot else going on this episode, so I'm probably going to wrap it up. Next episode, we're going to kind of skip forward in time just a little bit to selling this harvest. And by that point, you should see everything replanted with canola. So we'll be on track, just doing one type of product at once. So, well, everybody, thanks for watching. Come back. I do Farming Simulator 2013 videos Tuesdays and Thursdays. This has been over quick, and everybody have a great day. Thanks for watching.